Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking, terrible news. A car crashes inside of a grocery store. At least 7 people injured. I'm hearing this, even some deaths. This is going to be in California, Westwood. This is going to be in Westwood. Everyone, please do me a favor. Let people know what's going on in the general area, their community, in the nation, in their state, in their city. I need you guys to like this, share this out. Let people know what's going on, and subscribe if you are brand new. Welcome to Novesity. We're just going to take a dive right in. Let's see what is going on, and prayers in the chat.
First responders working on that victim that has a white cover over the entire body. But again, you can see them going inside of this market, trying to assess the situation as well.
Yeah, and that person who's being wheeled away appears to be seriously injured as well. So a range of injuries here with this incident. And all of this occurring, clearly, this is a breaking situation, but over the past 15, 20 minutes or so in Westwood. And there's another stretcher, Colleen, that you had mentioned. There's no longer a person on that stretcher, but the sheet that was taken off. A lot of work to sift through here for fire officials and police on scene. This is a massive response. Multiple engines, multiple firefighters on scene, working to figure out what exactly happened and what is the situation with their patients. As far as those triage mats you see, the red and the yellow, those mats, Colleen, are now clear. Anyone who was in the red area, they have been moved. Yeah,
it's always very interesting when you do see how first responders put out those mats. You always know it's sort of like a mass situation of possible injuries where they really do have to monitor each person who is injured. This was obviously a very violent crash, a car slamming right into the front of that building. A lot of people checking out, a lot of people just walking around. Again, we were told initially that there were people stuck under this vehicle. Again, we are now being told that they are no longer stuck. What their condition is, we do not know. What caused this crash, again, we know that we're going to find out more details. But again, you can see firefighters, their stance right there. They're really looking at assessing the situation. We know that there's going to be building code, making sure it's structurally sound. When this market is going to open back up, we obviously do not know, but you can see that it's going to take a lot of time to get this intersection open. If you are trying to drive in this area, you know what is going on. You see the triage, which is just, it always is alarming. It always kind of makes my heart sink whenever I see the triage there, because you know that they are assuming there are quite a few people who are injured in varying degrees of injuries.
Absolutely. Just really difficult to see this scene. And that is what appears to be, oh, you hate to see that, potentially a body that has been set aside. If that is the case, you hate to see it, but if that is the case, that would be a confirmation visibly of one fatality related to this. Going over our notes here.
We do got 2 confirmed fatalities.
Calling Sullivan here on set as we break in with this breaking coverage. LAPD telling us that this occurred at 12:12, so just after the noon hour, and that it was reported as a vehicle that first hit a bike and then a building. So there was a bicycle also involved in this. Nothing further beyond that regarding the circumstances. We do know one patient who was transported was a 37-year-old woman. So that's at least a partial ID on one of the victims, a 37-year-old woman. Beyond that, unclear the at least 6 additional victims. But there were 7 patients at the scene, at least in serious condition. Others possibly hit prior to the structure collision at the address. That is according to LA City Fire.
Yeah, you know, I don't see the bike there right now if there was a bicycle involved in this, but that also very concerning, because if you know these areas, you see a lot of people on their bikes, on e-bikes, on e-scooters. You can see some there obviously shaken up, being escorted to their loved ones. And a lot of people, this had to be so scary for them to witness, for them
oh my gosh, he is crying
inside that store, to hear that huge crash. Everybody, you know, you just hear something like that and it just sends your heart into instant panic.
Well, you think of the timing, Colleen, again, as you mentioned, I mean, this is Westwood. This is a very busy area right near the university as well. It's the lunch hour. People who are on their...
There were people stuck under the car.
Places, and in this case, the grocery store. You see a victim right there being wheeled away. He appears to be at least minor injuries for that individual. But we're going to try to get a better idea of the number of victims in this and the severity, including that firm confirmation if someone in fact has been killed in this incident. A lot of focus there on the green mat, at least 2 additional victims I can see in that vicinity.
Yeah, they've had a couple people on that one, which is reassuring that more people are less critically injured. I haven't seen anybody on the yellow, but when we first broke in with this breaking news, we saw a few people on the red triage mat where you saw first responders tending to their needs. Again, on the left side, we said we're not quite sure, but we do know that there is a white sheet over one of the victims that was removed from this building, and you could see that car. I mean, so far inside that building, it wasn't a little partially inside the building. It is absolutely inside that building. We know these buildings.
Nothing like a day in the job is where my.
A lot of foot traffic. Again, a lot of people on vehicles and bikes and scooters and e-bikes. So a lot of action in this area, and we know it's busy with the lunchtime hours. So again, we're trying to monitor exactly how many people have been hurt, how many have been transported to the hospital, what caused this vehicle to lose control and really just violently slam right into that building and all the way inside it.
Yeah, for those folks who are just tuning in, we know it's the lunch hour. Some people may be dipping in and out of our breaking news coverage here. To reset the scene, this is occurring in Westwood. That is the 99 Ranch Market you see. The entrance to that grocery store, the bakery area, and you see that silver sedan right there that is fully inside the store. Reports of at least 7 patients who were hit by that vehicle and potentially a bicycle that was also involved upon the initial impact. So
typos have been fixed. You have to refresh.
We're working to clarify and to confirm with LA City Fire any fatalities associated.
Speaking of LA City Fire, we have Lindsay Lancy on the phone right now with us to talk to us. Lindsay, I just want to make sure that, is it Lancy, your last name?
Lance.
Lance. So, Miss Lance, can you just tell us exactly what you're hearing about what happened here at the 99 Ranch Market?
Yes, Mark and Colleen, thank you. We are trying to get our arms around this incident right now. As we can see on your feed, we have several apparatus and firefighters there. Preliminary reports, like you said, we had at least 7 patients immediately identified inside that structure. Some of them were trapped underneath this vehicle. Unfortunately, we do not have the circumstances under which this vehicle entered the bakery portion of the 99 Ranch Market. Oftentimes, of course, these are medical incidences for the drivers that turn into these larger incidents, but we do not have preliminary information about any circumstances. I will update you on the patients we have. Again, all preliminary, but we have at least 3 patients identified in at least serious condition.
Wait. Why am I seeing that 3 people are dead?
We do have.
I don't know if that's true. That's what I'm seeing, but so far it's 2 though, confirmed 2.
And sadly, we are reporting at least 2 patients declared deceased on scene.
Oh, that is heartbreaking to hear. Lindsay, I know this is all just unfolding, but can you tell us, the initial call? Was there a bicycle involved? Can you tell us a little bit about that with this initial call out to the first responders?
Sure. We identified a bicyclist. One of our incoming apparatus actually identified an injured bicyclist on the way to the incident. As far as we know at this point, that bicyclist ended up being okay, but that certainly did alert us to the fact that there may be more patients outside of this immediate scene that may have been struck and injured prior to the vehicle colliding with the structure.
So that would lead you to believe that the cyclist was hit in one certain location, the vehicle continued on before hitting the building.
That's what it sounds like could be possible. Again, this is all speculation at this point. It's a dynamic scene, and like I said, we are just trying to get our hands around this.
Absolutely, and we so appreciate your time and your information. Let me ask you this clarifying question regarding Again, so heartbreaking to hear and to confirm the 2 dead from this incident. We do have eyes from Air 7 on what appears to be one of those bodies on the street there, just off of Westwood Boulevard. Additionally, for the second victim who was killed, is there any confirmation? Was that the driver of the car, potentially a medical issue, or anyone else inside the building, a body that we can't see? Where is that second victim, the second person who passed?
We don't have confirmation of that, Mark. We do not know at this point if any of these patients are the driver. So we are just trying to sort all that out right now and get tallies really at this point.
Yeah, it's got to be. Obviously, it's a very fluid situation. But again, this is one of those things where just to see the massive response from fire crews. And again, we were talking about it earlier, Lindsay. When you see your triage mats go out, that's one of those moments when you know that they really do believe that there are so many victims that they need to identify them in certain categories of their severity of their injuries.
Yeah, absolutely. For these, what we call multiple casualty incidents, which is a very scary term for people to hear, but it just means injured people. It is important for us to identify those victims who are viable and who we can start treatment on, and those, as we see, who are beyond our medical help and capabilities upon our arrival at the scene.
This is something that these firefighters go into deep training for. You hope that these incidents do not occur. But they are ready, and we see that from the response and everything you just detailed about laying everything out, being ready just in case. From Air 7, we're seeing some of the work still around the structure. Can you explain what may be happening regarding the building and the immediate scene with the car still inside?
Sure. One of our main concerns anytime we have any kind of vehicle into a structure is stability of the structure so we don't have any more injuries, collapse, etc. What this looks like right now is that it was pretty much confined to the windows of that structure, likely not supporting beams. But we do have the Los Angeles Department of Building and Safety en route and ready to assess that building.
We do mention the 2 people who passed away from this incident. Any early indication on gender, age of these people? Again, this hit the bakery area, perhaps an area where a wide range of people are eating, enjoying their lunch. Do we know anything about who these people are, just male, female, age range? Has that been given to you?
No, Mark, unfortunately not. And I will bow out here soon so I can get some updates for us. I know when we see...
Everybody, can you do me a favor? Can you guys please hit the like button? I would appreciate that so much if you haven't. Again, doesn't cost you anything. This is a new podcast. So your old like, that was for the other podcasts. So please, if you can, hit the like button. It's free. Thank you so much.
So I do appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, and I will hopefully have more information for you.
Scenes of maybe cars that were hit, people that were injured, at least a lot of witnesses. So this is a large area that they're going to now have to investigate, not just this grocery store that the car ended up flying into.
You bring up a good point, the potential that this was kind of a trail or a path of destruction. Air 7 giving us these really important images and the view from high above. I'm wondering if Air 7 has any eyes on if there was any other destruction
no sleep.
to the left here, further down the street, assuming that the vehicle did come from the north to the left of the camera. If there's any other cars that seem to be damaged, you see all those LAFD vehicles, and maybe up to the next intersection, they have it blocked off there. And more fire engines as well. You see Station 61, they're responding all the way up the block.
Act that was committed right now, all signs point to that it might have been a medical emergency or something, but not necessarily out of a malicious intent. And you can see, cars are trying to get out of the parking garage right there too. This is very disruptive for a lot of people who thought that they were just going to go take a quick trip to the store for their lunch break and possibly, injured or witnesses here. But we don't see all the witnesses that we saw earlier, Mark. Remember, right moments ago when we first came onto the scene, we saw a lot of witnesses standing right next to the building, and we don't really see them. Maybe they brought them somewhere else.
I'm sure that they pushed them back from the scene.
Was trying
they were, as you mentioned, they were basically right upon the building on that sidewalk. They have since been cleared out of the area, which is something that law enforcement may do as they kind of get a handle on this situation. They kind of start extending the perimeter of their investigation.
Critically injured, obviously. This is just a horrible situation.
All leading sort of to a medical situation that may have occurred for the driver of the car.
Acted by the closures and the investigation that is now ramping up. We do have live coverage on the ground now joining us. Eyewitness News reporter, and who is this? Is this Leo Stallworth? Leo, what can you see? I know you just arrived, really developing an investigation. Walk us through what you're seeing from your vantage point.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of folks out here standing, obviously, with their cell phones out, just in shock, watching this developing tragedy here. As you mentioned, 2 dead, 3 injured, possibly gravely injured, a car into the market just across the street from where we are right now. We're at Rochester and Westwood, a huge police presence. Of course, EMS crews are here, firefighters are here. This is a massive scene, and more people on the side of the crime tape that we're on are showing up just mortified at what they're seeing, in disbelief that this unfolded, wondering why it unfolded, what's going on here, how did the person, whoever was driving the vehicle that smacked into the ranch market here, apparently it's the ranch market, we can't see on the other side, so we cannot see the vehicle into the market from where we are right now because our view is being obstructed by the very large apparatus of firefighting vehicles that are here right now, and of course the EMS crews and just people standing all around us. This is really shocking for a lot of people to see this as it is continuing to unfold. And of course there's a triage area set up where EMS crews are helping some of the victims as much as they can, and we're wondering how many of these people are going to be taken out of here and when that will happen. We know Air 7 is above viewing this as well, so this is just a really horrible scene right now. Did you folks see what happened here? Hey, sir, did you witness what happened here?
No, I did not.
Did you hear?
I did not.
You didn't hear anything? Okay, all right. Anyway, I'm approaching some folks who are here to determine whether or not they witnessed what happened. I'm told that a PIO with the police department is going to be here shortly, and hopefully we'll get more information about what's unfolding here. This is horrible. Anyway, man, this is bad.
It really
I'm going to send it back to you for now, brother.
It is heartbreaking, Leo. And, you know, we're even more concerning and tragic to this situation. We've just learned another person has been lost their life
3 people
to this
dead.
tragedy. So now we know there are 3 people who died. We know 7 others are injured. As Leo said, there's
3
a lot
people
of activity
deceased,
there.
5
We're
hurt.
Looking forward to getting an update by the public information officer. But again, this is such a fluid situation. As we heard from the
Guys, I'm working on actually getting footage.
people were in
I have, I think I have ground footage.
grave. One of those 3 people has now died from their injuries. We do not know the
This is insane, bro.
The other 2 patients that she said were in at least serious, but we know that this was a very violent car crash right into the bakery department, and people just didn't see it coming, and they lost their lives.
Yeah, it must have been very crowded right there.
So we have 3.
Leo, what do you have?
This is terrible.
Thai restaurant here.
Are you? I'm here with Tyler, and Tyler did not see what happened, but he heard everything that was involved in this tragedy. Man, what did it sound like?
Yeah, I was just walking down the street to the Thai restaurant here. I heard a loud boom coming from down over the street over here. And I walk down here, I see a car right inside the building, and
Inside of the ranch market.
inside the ranch market, the bakery aisle right here. I usually go here all the time, so
Guys, I got the footage from inside the store. Inside of the store.
sad, honestly.
Inside. Hold on.
And then you came out to see all the activity, and now that you know, 3 people are dead, dude. 3 people have lost their lives. 2 still injured. We do not know the severity of the injuries, but it could possibly slip into being grave. It's just a horrible situation. You heard it, you saw it. What are your thoughts now?
This is horrible because this is my childhood around here. I've been born and raised in West LA, so seeing something like this really is sad, and so I hope everyone is well.
You don't know anyone involved in this, do you?
Hopefully I do not. I mean, I know a lot of friends who love to come out here all the time, so hopefully
So you got to check on them to make
yeah,
sure.
I got to check my West LA. People who live in Westwood, all my friends are out here. They live literally right down the block over here, so I'm gonna
Gabriel,
check
thank
on
you for your assistance. I appreciate that, Gabriel. Thank you.
We appreciate your time, and let's hope that no one you knows is involved in this tragedy, okay?
I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you so
Thank you for
much.
taking a second,
Thank
brother.
you.
We appreciate that. In a few minutes, I will be speaking to someone who says that they witnessed what happened here. They were here shortly before the car rammed into the ranch market. They saw everything. They saw that vehicle smacking into people, and hopefully we're going to get them over here in just a few minutes and talk to them about what unfolded. And I'm sure they're shaking just like this gentleman was shaking while he was trying to do this interview with us, and I could see him visibly shaking. This is just heartbreaking. There's so much going on in our country. There's so much going on in our state, and then for something this horrific on a scale this large to happen, 3 people gone just like that, 2 in the hospital, critically injured, obviously. This is just a horrible situation. I'll send it back to you right now, and I'm going to go try to find this person who witnessed it and get them over here, okay?
All right. Well, Leo, thank you so much for that interview with Tyler. Again, you could see him. He was really shaken and in shock by what he heard, and he was just walking. He was going to get lunch, and he's from this area, so you feel him visibly heartbroken, going, I hope I don't know anybody who was hurt. But again, people do live in this area. It looks like it's more of a business area, but people live here. Like we were saying earlier, Mark, they're going to lunch, and this happened. He didn't see it, but he heard it, and he felt like it was a big boom.
Yeah, I think with so many people, the natural response for someone like Tyler is that hypothetical, the what if, the fact that he knows the store, he knows the area, and it's tough when you start thinking about that. And you see right there to the left, the bottom left of your screen, unfortunately, one of the tents that has been put up for one of the victims who passed away from the impact. So one body, at least, on scene. It's possible that the others who passed away, the 2 others, were taken from the scene by ambulance, perhaps passed away at a hospital. That is unclear, or that someone is still inside the supermarket as well.
Right, and we know that it happened in the bakery department. But again, we do have reporters on the scene. We're certainly trying to get as much information as possible. Leo said that the public information officer is going to address the media to discuss what happened, the circumstances leading to this crash. But again, you can see this whole area cornered off. You're not going to be able to go to this area. If you need to get around this area, you're going to have to find an alternate route. But again, we're trying to find out exactly what caused this driver to lose control, to crash into the bakery department. And you did see just a moment ago, looked like there was building safety people going in with their hard hats right now, trying to assess the situation and how safe this structure is.
Yeah, I was just speaking to a coworker here who gathers information for us. Unclear exactly what the circumstances are at the moment, but we do know that some people were trapped for sure. It's unclear if some of those victims who passed are potentially still under the vehicle. That's something that we're looking into, but that's a possibility. So some of the bodies may still be inside the store and under that vehicle, which we do know now is a Mercedes sedan.
Yeah, obviously probably pretty heavy, but the impact was, it's just remarkable because I don't know if the door's open. You don't see a bunch of smashed glass anywhere. It must have smashed inside. Again, we're trying to effort as much information. We are going to get the latest information from LA firefighters, LAPD on exactly what happened, what the injuries are, and how they're going to move forward with this investigation.
Colleen Sullivan and Mark Khodorkovs here on the desk. Thank you for joining us for this breaking coverage on our ABC7 streaming channels. We will have the very latest online, abc7.com, and coming up on Eyewitness News at 3 p.m.
This has been breaking news on Eyewitness News. Started first to breaking news happening around you. Download the ABC7 Eyewitness News app.
Sorry, guys. I was trying to make a TikTok, and an Instagram reel. Okay, we're still live at the scene.
We did take a look and see if there was a bicycle. That was something we were looking for. We also were checking. We were keeping an eye on the triage areas with the red and green and yellow. At the time we got here as quick as possible. The green was the only one that still had some folks on that green tarp. I'm getting new information. I'm trying to double check it right now, but the assignment desk sending new information. I believe that they're saying 3 confirmed, 3 have passed, and 10 patients total. So this is quite a tragic scene this afternoon. Again, happening here on Westwood Boulevard, right at the intersection of Rochester. A vehicle crashing into the 99 Ranch Market and Bakery. There were people trapped, sadly people losing their lives as well as that vehicle smashes through those front glass. And of course, LA City Fire Department doing what they can, the paramedics, to save the injured and get them to hospitals quickly. LAFD, copy. Go ahead. Definitely.
Sorry, guys. I do apologize. I had to make that quick update on the short form content just to get people out there, let them know what's going on. More people are coming. Look at this family. Oh, my God.
And again, this is the thing.
This is heartbreaking, man.
If that is the driver, clearly, there was no evil intention. This is a tragic situation and something that this woman and the family will have to carry with them. And again, it is one of those ones where you think about victims, and then you think about the people that were involved in it that were also types of victims in this situation. Again, though, good eye, Roxia. I was checking my phone, trying to get updates on that, on the exact numbers from LA City Fire Department. Very tragic. 3 people passing away after this crash. And again, LA City Fire Department out here working as quickly as possible to free those victims. And when we arrived, very emotional scene, possibility of one of the victims still in that ambulance and family members trying to make their way over there. For right or wrong, the LAPD was keeping those people away from that ambulance. Right now, though, the scene much less active, but definitely still static. It's going to be, that intersection is going to be closed for some time, clearly, as this is going to become an investigation on exactly how this happened. And of course, sadly to say, the coroner is going to have to be called here as well. So again, all happening in the Westwood area today. Tragic crash, vehicle smashing into the 99 Ranch store, taking 3 lives and injuring many others.
Okay, I had to upload the video. Do me a big favor, guys. If you haven't, please hit the like button, subscribe. I would appreciate it. Just check if you did. If you are brand new, definitely hit the like button and hit the subscribe. Welcome to this podcast. We cover true crime, breaking life coverage right here in Westwood around 12 o'clock p.m. PST. A car hit and plunged inside of this bakery you see here in the corner. The address to this is going to be Westwood Boulevard and Rochester Avenue. And taking the lives of 3 individuals, total of 10 patients, as Stu just said. I don't know who this lady is, or I believe, I don't know if this individual is responsible for this, but This is a sad situation. Lioness, thank you so much. Old lady driver, says Lioness. Thank you for that information. Well, it appears that this person is responsible. Lioness said, an old lady driver. No, I did not eat yet. Hello, secret lady. How are you? She is responsible for this? It's really sad to say, but it appears that so. We do have live ground coverage here. I got it pulled up in just a second, guys. So lock in. Again, like, subscribe, share this out, ladies and gentlemen. Share this out if you can. I do have live footage on the ground. So let's mix it up a little bit here. So all you see right here, the left top side, that's live footage right there at the scene. We're also going to have a press conference happen in just a moment. So do not go anywhere. Keep me tuned in. Keep me open on your laptop, computer, your phone, your TV. Push me to the side, but do not go away. I have multiple angles at this coverage here in Westwood. You can see the bottom left. It appears to be the person responsible for this is an old lady. I don't know her name. Is she covering her face? Yes. Okay. Well, that pretty much sums it up. She is covering her face. So, I don't know if that's the individual. I don't know. But it appears someone did cover their face. I don't know who's responsible, but I did get word it was an old lady. Not confirmed, but we're going to wait for the press conference for now. Or any other update. The press conference is on the top right. The top left is the scene there. The scene is there on the ground.
Sorry.
The bottom right is not active at the moment.
Fire chief.
Guys, let me know who's trolling. I'll ban them right now. Let me know in the comments. I don't have time for that. Just let me know in the comments. Oh, that's a man that's covered? Okay. Well, again, like I said, we don't know. We don't know right now. Preliminary information. I got that the old lady, I think it's the old lady with the glasses. Again, I cannot confirm that as of now. That lady was responsible. I'm going to wait till I get the official information.
Well, that's what happened.
Everyone lock in the presser. This is the press.
Can somebody raise that? Thank you. Yeah, come on up.
Lock in, everyone. This is the perfect time to be interactive.
Yes, sir. Is anybody live?
All right, sir.
Okay. My name is Captain Eric Scott, ERIKSCOTT. What had happened is just after noon today, the Los Angeles City Fire Department responded here to the 1300 block of Westwood Boulevard for a single vehicle traffic collision. When we arrived on scene, we were met by multiple patients. It was a rather active incident, as you can imagine. The first of which was northbound of here. Vehicle had struck a bicyclist, and then as you could see, it's entered inside of that ranch market and bakery, of which there were multiple patrons that were inside. There's seating and table areas, and as of now we have a total of 9 patients. As you can imagine, this is a dynamic incident. Those numbers may change as the incident grows and de-escalates at the various stages that we're going to go through. Your firefighters arrived very quickly. They set up for immediate triage, treatment, and transportation of these patients. You can see the colored tarps behind us, red, yellow, and green for immediate, delayed, and minor patients, so we could organize this as quick as possible and wrap our hands around it and give the best medical aid as needed. We're concerned about structural stability of that building, so we've called in our heavy rescue and urban search and rescue confined space specialists to assess the structure along with building and safety that is there. Fortunately, that building is not very compromised. It's predominantly a glass front door, and we're going to have it be yellow tagged, not red tagged at this point. More importantly, we had, again, a total of 9 patients here. And tragically, 3 of those individuals were beyond any medical help. Despite our best intentions and our best efforts, they were determined dead on scene. We had 2 other patients that were serious to critical that were quickly transported, an additional 2 patients that will categorize them as having minor injuries, and the last 2 patients that declined any medical transport. So again, at this point, there's a total of 9 patients. We've called in for waves of additional ambulances and resources, but at this point, this is becoming more of a static incident. And I do want to state that in working very closely with our law enforcement partners and LAPD, that this does not seem to be of any ill intent, that it does not seem to be an intentional act, but rather it's being investigated so far as an accidental traffic collision, and more information will come out as that's available.
How did it exactly happen? Someone told me that this car allegedly hit a lady in a bicycle and that he allegedly speed up, and this is what they did. Can you tell us about that?
So I would say it's accurate. The preliminary information did state that a bicyclist was struck first, just northbound up there. However, your aspect of it being intentional does not seem to be accurate. Again, this appears to be most likely accidental in nature. It was an elderly female driving of a single vehicle that was a silver-colored sedan that is still inside of that building, and the surrounding circumstances will remain under active investigation.
So sir, are you telling us that basically it appears the driver, the elderly driver, was trying to swerve out of the way of hitting the bicyclist and ended up losing control of the vehicle and smacking into the market?
So the question is if the elderly driver was trying to swerve out of the way of the bicyclist before crashing. We don't know what had happened. All we know is that that elderly driver in that single vehicle did strike a bicyclist. The surrounding circumstances of what led up to that happening, we wouldn't want to speculate. But as there's additional patients along the way, I don't know if more were struck or if the rest of those were all from inside of that building. But what we do know, again, is a total of 9 patients, 3 that tragically were deceased.
3 deceased, chat. 3 deceased.
At least serious condition, 2 in moderate condition, and 2 that declined transport. Luckily, there was no fire. The structural stability of that building remains intact at this time.
Was one of the fatalities the bicyclist?
Anybody under the car?
The question is anybody under the car? Tragically, that's yes. We understood that people were underneath the vehicle. Firefighters, again, are problem solvers. They came in, were able to remove that vehicle to make access to those patients. We called for waves of additional firefighter paramedics who render immediate medical aid. And again, those 3 were beyond any additional help that we could provide, and were determined dead.
Was the bicyclist one of the fatalities?
What's his condition?
The driver is being evaluated right now, has been talking to the police officers and is being compliant and will be evaluated medically.
Elderly female driver, elderly male driver?
Elderly female driver, again, a single vehicle, a silver-colored sedan that's inside of that building.
What is her condition?
I don't have it at this time.
Okay, and was the bicyclist killed in this horrible accident?
I don't believe so. I believe the 3 deceased were inside or the near vicinity of this building. But again, we're rapidly putting this information together for you. We want you to know what your Los Angeles City Fire Department has done. They arrived very quickly. They tried to make a very organized incident command out of a chaotic situation and to treat the patients as quick as possible and rapidly transport them to emergency rooms for definitive care.
When you say elderly, how old are we talking?
Approximately 70.
70.
Yeah.
Did she actually struck the bicycle driver? What's the condition of the bicycle driver?
Yes, the vehicle struck the bicyclist, and the condition of that bicyclist, I don't know. We don't have every one of those 9 patients itemized as to where they were and who they're being described as. Okay, when we have more information, we'll go ahead and provide you an update. Thank you.
What time was the crash?
12:11, we were notified via 911, 11 minutes after noon.
Thank you.
right, so we just got a briefing here from Captain Eric Scott with the LA City Fire Department. Again, just afternoon here today, we saw that silver sedan go through the 99 Ranch Market here on the 1300 block of Westwood Boulevard. Multiple and active scene, as he called it, 9 patients in all right now, Annabelle.
That's right. Okay, and he mentioned 3 people have died, and it's believed that those 3 people were inside the grocery store. 2 others are in serious condition. Those 2 were transported to a hospital. 2 others have minor injuries, and then 2 others declined medical services. We, of course, are staying on top of this story. This is a big story here. We are following it. NBC4's Keenan Willard will also join us for the NBC4 News at 3.
Yeah, in addition to that, we mentioned before making entry into that grocery store, the driver is also accused of hitting a bicyclist before, again, making entry into that store. The captain called this a static incident. Doesn't seem to be any intentional act here by the driver, no ill will. We are told that the driver, a woman in her 70s, he believes, is speaking with authorities. When asked about what her condition is, he said he didn't have that information as of right now. But again, calling in additional resources in terms of the stability of the building itself. It is being yellow tagged, not red tagged. Doesn't seem to be any structural damage here to, or at least compromised to the point where they need to close that building down completely.
Yeah, and we should mention that this grocery store, the 99 Ranch supermarket here, is on Westwood, and it is near UCLA, the UCLA campus. So this is a grocery store that a lot of these students who are of Asian descent do frequent. So a lot of pedestrians in that area. Going back, Michael, to the driver, the elderly woman.
Why say that?
She is being evaluated.
Why say that?
Medically evaluated.
Just say people.
We still don't know her condition as of right now, but she is there. Seen, and she is cooperating.
All right, so this, of course, is a developing story. Again, the latest information here from Captain Eric Scott with the LA City Fire Department. 9 patients as of right now. 3, unfortunately, passed away, as Annabelle mentioned here earlier, believed to be people who were inside of that store. He talked about whether or not there were people underneath the cab of the car, and in fact there were. Those were the 3 people that firefighters tried to extricate, render aid to. However, it was too late for those folks.
And again, this is on Westwood. The street is closed. They are asking for anybody who is driving around that area to use veteran.
News like to separate us, for real.
Willard,
they do, I see that.
On scene, he is gathering information now from authorities as well as from witnesses in the area. He will have a live report coming up for us on the NBC4.
That's a very good comment. The news like to separate us. It's ridiculous. That's a very good comment. I'm going to start using that. Very good. There was no need to say that. So just to sum it up, 3 people deceased. 2 serious condition, 9 in total. I can't imagine. Honestly, listen, I know there's going to be some fuel in the comments that why was she driving? How can you do this? You know, even the chief, it appears, but it doesn't. It appears, but it doesn't. They don't know. They need to confirm that because someone can just say, oh, I have a medical condition. 70 years old. I know someone who's 85 right now, right? 86, and he's driving. So they need to talk to her, assess her, take her to the hospital, see what's going on. This is pretty serious. You know, this is serious. By the way, chat, we are still live on the scene. I still have coverage on the scene. If you are brand new, I would appreciate it if you can hit the like button, share this out, hit the subscribe. Again, that just means follow. We cover true crime, breaking live coverage here on Novesity. We are at Westwood, and that's the avenue. It's Westwood and where is this at? Westwood, Los Angeles. Covering this incident. This is, I mean, what you're looking at right now, people are now putting on their hoodies. You see that, right? It appears to be one of the individuals there. It appears to be the person responsible. This 70-year-old woman here is responsible for this. I'm not going to take no photos or pictures. I'm not going to do that. Again, they're going to get her take on this, try to understand how did this happen? How does she take any medication? Is she, you know, they got to talk to this lady. You know, I'm going to keep it real, man. Like, if I was in a predicament where I heard that my mom, my dad, and my sister had deceased because of this incident, I would probably go insane. I'm going to be honest with you. So no hate goes to the victims at all. How families would respond to this, validated, understandable. I understand the frustration. I mean, people are just going to get lunch. They went to go get food. People taking a break, students, people. I'm going to say people and humans, not say a specific ethnic background. It's ridiculous. I don't know why NBC would say such a thing. It's ridiculous. It's a community filled with individuals there. People live there. This car completely just plunged right into this bakery here. The Ranch Market. This is terrible, man. On directly on the corner of Westwood. You can see the triage there. They had the yellow and red for, the conditions. This completely breaks my heart. So bad. My prayers, literally, my focus is the victims right now. Because I mean, he said it himself. Dead on arrival. I can imagine what they had to witness there. I can imagine. I cannot. I can't imagine. I think she accidentally hit the gas. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what it sounds like to me. But then again, I don't want to speculate. We just don't know. But they listen. They need to genuinely assess her. They need to see what caused her. What did she feel? What caused her? What medications? Because I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is serious shit. Don't just be like, oh, I assume that she must have just passed out or she had an accident. Find out what was that cause. Because I know people in their 70s, they're kicking strong, man. They're kicking strong. So I sense a bit of sympathy from the chief. He needs to put sympathy for the victims and their families. That's what he needs to do. It's some serious shit here. Don't just brush it off. Oh, that's what I felt like he was doing. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be serious. Don't do that. Feel sympathy for the victims. You saw the father, it was crying, and this guy, well, I don't know if he's a father, but the male was crying and the woman was holding him. Have sympathy for them. They lost families. But for the lady that did that, you need to ask her questions and examine her. I get that accidents happen. That does happen. Medical conditions, it does happen. But if you're aware of that, should you be driving? What did she feel? What prompted you to do this? Did you pass out? They're going to do investigation. So they need to do that. This is some serious shit. I do have sympathy for people, especially if they have conditions, but what did that? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember that lady who drove her to the daycare and she hit children and the children were stuck inside of the bottom of the car and they died. Turns out she was just, she had wine, but she was a former officer. So she got a slap on the wrist. Ridiculous. What world am I living in? No, where do you send cases? There's a missing 21. You send cases in Discord under submit new cases. Submit new cases. That's where you send it on. Young people have accidents too. That's very true. Very true. Location, Westwood, California. Please, guys, do me a big favor. I would appreciate it. Again, hit the like button, hit subscribe. Just check if you're subscribed. If you're new and you stumbled upon this channel, you haven't hit subscribe. Take a look right there. People are covering their faces. You got 2 hoodies, but I understand. They don't want their face out. I'm speculating, but I believe this is the lady right here. I'm speculating, but I believe this is the 70-year-old lady right here. I can't confirm that. I don't know, but I'm shocked that she's not receiving any treatment. Like, did she pass out? Was she injured? Nothing. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not surprised. She's not hurt, injured, nothing. She's not in an ambulance. She's not, like, nothing. That's the part that kind of gets me a little bit right there. But again, we have to look at the footage. They have to see what happened. At the end of the day, it could be that she didn't cause this. It's a possibility. We're going to find out very soon, I would say, probably today or tomorrow. Because how the situation was, what made her turn into it couldn't have this could be very well not a medical incident. She could be fine. 70-year-old woman, it could be where she drove perfectly fine. It could have been someone else made her turn, the bicycle. It's still too early to, speculate that deep. This could be very well not her fault at all. That could be the case. Something would have made her drive into or something, you know what I'm saying? we have to look at that footage. We have to understand that's their job, you know? So I hope her vision is okay. I hope so too, man. What I want from this law enforcement is to don't have sympathy. That's what I don't do that. That's not doing your job. Don't do that. Like, they need to test her, vet her, see what's going on, understand the situation. Was it her driving that, you know, was she did she do that alone? Did anything made her turn into the bakery? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what caused her? Or was it herself? They say it appears to not be deliberately. Okay, so then what information do they have? You understand what I'm saying? Could the vehicle malfunction? Well, there will be evidence of that, the vehicle. Hopefully, you know. But when do you normally hear that? Like when you run out of gas, that her brakes work, you know what I'm saying? It's usually user error. Comments are interesting. Damn, we just ended a podcast just to jump into this one. Oof. Empathy is bias. Correct. Annie, you got it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Trying to make a delivery. Look at that.
Easy, like, could have been me. Never know.
Thank you. Your name and your last name again.
Pretty sure it's Justin.
Can you spell your name?
Kaydenkohan.
Perfect. Thank you so much for
In the shorts. I think that's Haley. That's Haley Winzo and Justin. Maybe it's not him. I don't know. I have a feeling that our YouTube viewers are not interested in our colleagues on the ground.
I had a brain aneurysm while driving. I passed out behind the wheel. By the grace of God, I didn't hit anyone. I did have two. Oh my gosh, you are a miracle. Tanisha, you had a brain aneurysm? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry about that. Well, I'm glad you're still here with us. You survived the aneurysm.
Sorry about the shaky the camera stuff there. And
thank you,
hands,
Tanisha. You're a blessing. I'm so sorry that happened to you, and I'm glad you didn't hit anyone. I hope you're okay, by the way. Oh my gosh, what an error. Yo, what's up with these stations having errors? What's going on with that? Look at this. They're not even supposed to show this. They're not even supposed to show this. I think this is that incident that happened at I think this is that incident, if I'm not mistaken, right? Isn't it that when they shot the car and it was Border Patrol and then they took the streets right there? Wait, was that a damn. I have multiple feeds, guys, so stick around, stay in this channel, like, subscribe, would appreciate that so much. You're fine, you're fine.
I'm still thinking Mercedes.
Oh, damn. Has another incident happened? Are you kidding me? Yo, no way.
But newer.
No way. Everyone lock in. No way.
Could be, but
It's noon. We are breaking into programming to bring.
Dinkelberg. I gotta take a break. Fuck that. I'm taking a break. I have to. I went to bed at 7 in the morning. Ate no food. No food in the morning, no nothing. I am killing my body badly.
I've said it in the past, and I'm going to bring it up again right now. Is some people talk about the moon and you know, full moon and everybody gets crazy and this and that. I am a hard believer on temperature. If it's a hot day, you're going to have crazy stuff going on.
I concur. That's very true. Very true, Stu. I believe in that.
Not so much.
A lot of people believe in that.
Hot night, it just goes insane. We have been busy. Six hours. Yeah, we did 6 hours in the air today. And yesterday it was probably 7, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's just been busy lately.
No, get some food. We can take care of our stream while you eat. Okay, you know what? This is no longer my stream. This is not mine no more. This is all, everyone, I give up the rights, the ownership, everything. You guys own it now. Goodbye. I'm leaving. You guys own this. Watch the stream, do the voice, talk,
yeah,
research all the information, get up multiple feeds, verify the information on the other screen, control the chat, moderate. Why are they showing ass? Why do they keep doing this? Why they keep showing ass? They always do this all the time, cameraman. Cut the feed off. This is the person, it's behind her. The individual right here, who's allegedly responsible, her. Allegedly, again, I'm not, oh, now they took the camera off. Right when it left, you did, okay. Oh, we got to, hold on, lock in. Wait, everyone.
This guy in his crime tape.
Oh, everyone, listen in. Hold on. Everyone, listen in.
Anthony?
I was joking around, guys, by the way. I was just joking.
Okay, what's your first name you're asking?
I was just joking, guys. So, Anthony here is going to talk to us. You're hangry. I was joking, guys. I wasn't serious. I was literally joking. I was saying, you know, I'm leaving. I was literally kidding. I was so kidding. I love you guys. I was kidding. Chat, you know there was a car crash that happened like 18 hours ago? You need a Snickers bar. I need food. A coffee would sound absolutely amazing. Please, guys, make sure you follow my Instagram. I would appreciate that. Make sure you do that. Get ready. Lock in, y'all. Listen in. Listen in.
Oh, is that it? Cable dangling. Carlos is lying. Right there. It's right there. Oh, is that it? PIO here for a little bit. Right there. It's right there. We also have a Spanish PIO here for those that need a big. Yes, please. Thank you.
Nah.
You can hook it on and then slide it in. There's a slot for the key.
No pressure, right?
Stick it on and then Carlos, just stick it.
No pressure, right?
Stick it on.
Oh, bother. I wonder how long is this going to take. I could really use some honey or maybe a honey popsicle. Oh, has anyone in the comments seen a Tigger or Piglet? I heard they had honey. Honey sounds really good. Oh shit! Again! Adjusting 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me some honey, I want more. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Is that Winnie the Pooh? Oh, hello there, Mr. Donald Trump.
Boo, what are you doing here? I don't understand this. How did you even get to this dimension? How are you here?
Give me 1 second, the presser is about to begin. So shut up and let the people hear.
Yes, sir. For the record, if you would state it, that'd be great.
Oh, okay. Come up to the mic. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You good, John?
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, good afternoon. My name's Anthony Espinoza. I'm a captain with LAPD's West Traffic Division. This afternoon, we had a vehicle versus cyclist traffic collision in Westwood. The vehicle was driving westbound Wellworth when it made a southbound turn onto Westwood Boulevard. During that time, the vehicle collided with the cyclist and then unintentionally lost control of the vehicle, which continued southbound and collided into the bakery. Unfortunately, the folks in the bakery were hit, and 3 individuals succumbed to their injuries, and they've been transported to the hospital. Some have passed away. I don't have any more information besides that, but the incident is unintentional, and it's just an unfortunate accident.
Can you tell us if any of these people who hurt were students?
None of the people involved were students in the area.
Make up the vehicle?
The vehicle, I believe, is a Toyota Prius.
I know this is an accident, Captain, but what happens to the elderly driver at this point?
At this point, the driver is being evaluated by medical professionals and the LAPD. So at this time, they're still going under evaluation, but I don't have any further information at this time.
How about the cyclist?
Who are the deceased? Their clients, workers?
Sorry, 1 second. The cyclist has been released. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The cyclist not?
Workers, clients of the business, pedestrians?
I don't have those details. I think, from what I understand, the majority of them were customers.
So the cyclist was only slightly injured or something?
Yes.
Wow.
So the 3 people that died, they were around the bakery area?
Yes.
Were they police?
I don't have those details yet.
Do you know if the lady had a traveling southbound, did she have a red light or a green light?
I don't have those details at this time. I don't have any video footage to look at or independent witnesses yet.
So were the people who were hit and injured and killed all in the store?
Near the store, but I don't have the exact details of where their positioning was.
Inside or outside the building?
Some were inside, but I don't have all the details exactly.
They got to go into the vehicle, into the building?
One more time?
The car,
Yes. Yes, the vehicle did crash into the building and is inside.
People trapped underneath the vehicle?
I don't have those details. The structure of the building is secure. There are no fires inside the structure. It is secure. And I don't have any other details, unfortunately. If I do get some, I will bring them to you. I don't know exactly who passed. I apologize. Nothing yet.
Do we know if the elderly driver ran a red light?
I don't have those details, not yet. So thank you.
The elderly drivers still here, or they go somewhere else?
I haven't met with them, so I haven't seen exactly where they are. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys.
The correct spelling of their name, please.
So she didn't have a medical condition.
A-N-T-H-O-N-Y.
So far that we know of, right?
E-S-P-I.
That's not what he said.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, the vehicle.
Let me listen to the beginning real quick. Let me listen to the very beginning real quick. I gotta hear that one more time. Just a small beginning real quick.
Sidewalk or in the crosswalk?
You're good, John?
Traffic division. This afternoon, we had a vehicle versus cyclist traffic collision in Westwood. The vehicle was driving westbound Wellworth when it made a southbound turn onto Westwood Boulevard. During that time, the vehicle collided with the cyclist and then unintentionally lost control of the vehicle, which continued southbound and collided into the bakery. Unfortunately, the folks in the bakery were hit, and 3 individuals succumbed to their injuries, and they've been transported to the hospital. Some have passed away. I don't have any more information besides that, but the incident is.
All right. I'm not gonna comment. That's all right. I'm not gonna comment, bro. All I'm gonna say is they need to do investigation and talk. They released the bicycle. All right, the bicyclist. They released the lady's still on the scene. Do your job, please. Do your job. Do it right, please. I hope so. People died today. You don't have their names, their ages, but you know who's involved. I would appreciate that if you give your respects, and definitely these victims, bro. You know. No, I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't think it's road rage, but accountability would be nice here. Accountability would be nice. I'm gonna be honest with you. Please look at the cameras, understand both of their stories, make sure it's the same. I'm just gonna. That's all I'm gonna say. It sounds like it's still preliminary information. They're gonna continue to talk to both. Red tape still on there, but that scene there is now yellow tape. The conditions are fine. They're gonna open up for business probably by tomorrow or the next day. Is she gonna be driving still? I don't know. You need to say what you're going to say is going to eat you alive. I'd rather not. Not in this case. I think I'm going to keep this to myself. I'm going to keep this. Some people, I'm very, I'm a type of guy that I don't think that every single case there's someone at fault. But most of the time there is. And I think it's too much for me to say anything. There's not enough information for me to say anything. We're going to get more information. It's best if I wait, but every time, this is the second presser in 30 minutes, right? The fire chief and now this guy. I see a lot of empathy and sympathy, but not so much on the victims. That's like 5% of what I'm going to say. I see a lot, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to close it there, guys. She's 70 years old. I'm going to keep it real. I'd rather for me to, even for me to say much, I had to know more. And I'd rather keep it that way. All right, well, listen, I'm really sorry for these victims and their families. I saw them crying and hugging. It's fucking sad. My prayers go out to the injured. Speedy recovery. I'm glad there wasn't a fire or an explosion. It could have led to that, or collapse of the infrastructure. It didn't lead to that. It could have been worse. And I'm grateful it could have been worse. I'm really sorry. And my prayers and love go out to you. And if there's children, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right, guys. I think I'm going to end it. You guys are phenomenal in these comments. Every time I do a podcast, I look at your comments and you guys are so interactive. I couldn't ask for a better chat. Stay with me. Stay with your boy. Stay with Novesity. And just thank you guys for being here with me. I appreciate you so much. For real. I really mean that. If I can kiss you, I would. I'll give you a big old smooch. But I can't. But don't worry. Pooh Bear will be here because he's fair. He's fair. Isn't that right, Stitch boy? Oh, yeah. Let's go. Oh, Stitch, you seem so happy today. Would you like to share some poo honey? Oh, let's go. All right, chat. I'm out of here. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Like always, please do good, die great. Please join the Discord. Join the Discord. You're gonna miss. You're going to miss the notifications because YouTube don't push it all. YouTube does not push it all. So join the Discord. I would appreciate that. I can't highlight them, but I can read it. Can't you see how many lives you've impacted, especially those feel lost? Chosen One, I appreciate you. Chosen One, you are the chosen one. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Chosen One. I appreciate Super Chat and the message. And I understand. I'll say it for you. Tracy, stop. You guys are bold, bro. You guys got that thick skin, bro. Tracy. Oh my God, I love you. I love you fuckers, bro. I love you guys, bro. Oh my God. I think I do have the best chat. I don't care. On Facebook, I have a high following, but on YouTube, I have only a low following, 85. But compared to those other people, give a fuck. You guys are my rock stars. Chosen One, thank you. Tracy, thank you. Oh my God. I know not all drivers in their 70s are impaired. I know. My father's one of them. I know. He's still kicking. I love you guys. Like, subscribe, share, do the whole thing. And like always, thank you so much for watching. Do good. Die great. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.